Do you like to eat fresh fruits and vegetables? Better yet, would you like your fresh fruits and vegetables to be organic? I'm going to show you how to do that more easily and inexpensively by growing your own fruits and vegetables at home. Growing your own fruits and vegetables is easy and great for you and your family. Home gardening is a growing trend, and the items necessary for this are readily available. You can find them at your local hardware store or a nursery. You can even go to your local superstores like Target or Fred Meyer and find great supplies. I have been gardening with fruits and vegetables now for about 4.5 years. I started with container gardening, and then in the last 2 years have created a raised bed system of around 6 beds in the front part of my home. I will explain how to start gardening by using containers and then demonstrate how to regrow food from your own kitchen. Home gardening is a simple hobby to start. It does not require very many tools to become a skilled at-home gardener, and it won't take long till you can be growing your own fruits and vegetables too. Container gardening is one of the best ways to start at-home gardening. Depending on the types of fruits and vegetables you want to grow will depend on how you choose your containers and where to place them. To determine this, you will need to decide what you want to grow. Some plants need shade, some need full light, and this is very easy to figure out with most seed packs or with grown plants for planting. They usually have home care instructions written right on them. Take, for example, this pack of Shasta daisies. They're simple little seeds to plant, and right on the back here, it explains the directions, what you need to do with them, how many rows apart, and then the inch spacing. And it also tells you what kind of light the plant should be planted in. Here on the table, we have a few other things that you would need for simple at-home gardening to start. We have some containers, you have a little trowel, we have the gardening gloves so that you don't get anything gross on your hands, a little shovel to dig out for your planting, and then some water, of course, and then soil, essentially organic if you can. Once you've decided what it is you're growing and where the plants need to be placed, then you decide what type of containers you need. Make sure there is enough space for them to grow into the containers and choose your soil and site with care. Whether it needs to be a container with a lot of drainage or if it should be a certain shape. What you can grow in a container vegetable garden is limited only by the size of the container and your imagination. A good way to start practicing home gardening is to try potted herbs or leafy vegetables such as lettuce. Both are very hardy plants and can grow easily under many different conditions. These plants do not need a whole lot of attention and can be a fun way to get your feet wet in at-home gardening. Since we're in the middle of winter and it's nearly impossible to find fresh herbs and veggies to plant at your local hardware store, I'm going to demonstrate a unique type of growing that you might say is actually regrowing of your vegetables. I'm going to show you how to regrow a head of romaine lettuce. First, you take the head of romaine lettuce and you cut it like you would for a salad or whatever you're using it for. Discard the part that you're going to eat. Then you take the base of that, what's left, and you put it in any sort of container, however it'll fit, as long as it'll kind of stay upright a bit. And you take the water and you fill just enough to keep it wet. You don't want to totally sponge it up with the water. You need to discard the water daily. It'll continue to start growing. The leaves will start coming up ever so slightly, and once it starts to get a little more bushy, which usually is just about a few days time, you can then take the head of lettuce and transplant it into a container with soil, and it'll fare much better in that and last longer until you're ready to use it again. I want to thank you for watching my demonstration speech on how to start home gardening. This is a great skill set to have for eating healthy and inexpensively. I hope you consider joining me on your future home gardening endeavors. It is very satisfying, and by doing this, you know that you and your family are getting fresh, organic fruits and vegetables and possibly getting some outdoor time in the process.